Hello, everybody. It is your host with the most, Andy Smith, 34-year veteran of the comic book industry. Hello, welcome to 2025. Happy New Year, the first book look of the new year. I hope everybody had a great Christmas holiday season and it was safe and everything for you guys. All right, let's dive in. Last we left off looking through Thunder Hunters stuff by Mark Nelson, and I wanted to show the actual Thunder Hunters hardcover book that Mark did. And so let's begin, shall we? This is a graphic novel. It's an art book, short stories, great stuff. Mark is a great, accomplished illustrator. This was crowdfunded, came out in 2023, which amazes me. It's been that long. Vermilion Sands Journal. He did this in the style of I guess you say an adventurer, and he journaled while he was on his adventures. Mark's work is just, the guy's imagination has no boundaries. He works on colored paper with pencil and white pencil to pull out highlights, different colored paper. He's a great digital colorist as well. He learned that craft. You name it, Mark can do it. This book is just filled with gorgeous illustrations. And then you get design stuff like this. And it really is fun to read. Vermilion Sands is home to at least a dozen or more nomadic tribes. They traverse the sands during their annual migration. So you get stuff like that, and it's like the dude, who was on this quest or whatever is making sketches along the way. And then we do get some panel-to-panel storytelling stuff. God, I love his inking style. Like I said, just the design work he did. So, if you remember the order of things, I did, I believe, first the Thunder Hunters book he did of just the remark sketches he did for people that backed the campaign and got remarks. And then Mark wrote a book on creating fantasy worlds, a how-to book we did, and now this one. The trilogy is complete. I love this. It looks like it's a sepia colored marker. It's definitely not black. And then just the rendering and such, just another great look. Just the whole design of this book is just really nice. And I'll link to his website, just, if the book is still available, in the description for everybody. Very nice hardcover book here. Some more. I like this nice silent story, which just shows great storytelling, that you don't need dialogue to follow the story. I was very excited when this came out to get this, and to I knew Mark's work, but I never knew it to this level. This piece here on the left, I'm trying to look, I think, and I could be wrong, I think this piece is hand colored. Same with the one on the right. but I could be wrong. More notebook sketches. Oh, I love that creature in the first panel. This is what I'm talking about. Mark just makes up great creatures and beasties, and his designs are just so nice, so inspired. Just all around. I mean, this is so European looking. This, yeah, I'm not sure. Parts of this looks hand colored, and then, yeah, I'm not sure if this is hand color or digital, but either way, it's just remarkable work. Worth poring over and studying. Wildlife. Notebook sketches of wildlife. That's watercolor. That's so nice. And then here we go, Vermilion Sands Journal. Get a little reading here. The Kuti are the keepers of the Swefks. They are a dogmatic society controlled by their beliefs and deeds. I mean, that first panel, just the style on this gives me like a Simon Bisley almost type feel. Oh, man. Just this whole world that he's creating inside this. And then, like, these are like field journal sketches from the adventurers. And I love how he goes from white paper, colored paper, some are just in pencil, some have ink as well, and then, you know, full color stuff. This is a book that needs to be, you know, it was crowdfunded, but man, it should be in bookstores. Notebook sketches. Then we get, I believe, I haven't looked at this book in a while, a little silent story again, where you can really just marvel at his line work. And I'm pretty sure he's using just microns or something to do the inking on this stuff. And it's just his line variety, the textures he's putting down. His sense of light and dark, just, it's so balanced. That first panel on the left, the light and dark and the gray tones are just, it's just so balanced so well. And once again, no dialogue, but you can follow the story. I love this first panel on the right. Fishing. And then he does this whole section on all these different type of fish that he made up. And then we get a nice little story on toned paper, pencil, white pencil for the highlights. I mean, guys, this is not easy, because if you mess this up, you know, it's not just as simple as grabbing an eraser. And then we get one balloon at the end. I told you when you go fishing, take old Bessie with you. Old Bessie, the big old gun. Guest artists, other artists have joined in the Vermilion Sands experience, and here are their interpretations. Darren Bader, very nice. That looks like a painting. I almost want to say it's oil. Zach Howard, love Zach Howard's work. Man, Zach, I can't remember what he does full time. It's not art, or if it is, I haven't seen it in a while, but man, I love Zach's work. He did some Hellboy stuff that was fantastic. Mark Schultz, of course, just genius. Nelson Robert A. Nelson Robert A, maybe? In memory of Robert A. and Pat J. Nelson. Very nice. Designs, character pencils, where it starts, how it gets there, and the steps. So even some behind the scenes stuff in this book. And he does a lot of drawing in this blue pencil. And just the way he puts it down, it looks so lush and fluid, and it's so tight. Like, you can see the initial sketch right down here, and then very light in blue pencil, and then he presses harder and it gets darker and stuff. It's just so wonderful. And then his rough thumbnails. Okay, so these are the thumbnails. These are the finished pencils. I'd like to know how big these thumbnails are. If they're that big, it looks like they're on 8.5 by 11 paper. So still not that big. And then of course the full pencils are bigger. And he does his full penciling in blue as well. As you can see, this is great. So this is very Art Adams looking too. Has an Art Adams vibe to it. But you can see he does his full pencils in blue, and then he inks it. And I don't know if he erased or not, because when you put ink over blue pencil like this, the blue almost disappears. So it might save him having to do any erasing. And then of course the finished color. Some of the fishing sketches. This story, I did not ink the pencils. I just went ahead to color. Look how tight those pencils are. Good googly moogly. Wow. Beautiful stuff, guys. And that is it. No page numbers. It's a good thick book though. So this is, to give you a better description of the book, Thunder Hunters, Vermilion Sands, the journal of J.V. Holbrook, follows his journeys through this unexplored area of Senfelder's continent. His drawings of the local species, indigenous peoples, their stories and myths are to be collected in tomes based on the various expeditions at the Goodwin Williamson Museum. So that's what this book is. There's a sketch of the author of this fictional journal book. Goodwin, I'm sure he means Archie Goodwin, Al Williamson, a couple of his people he looked up to, creators he looked up to and stuff. Heck, he probably knew both of them. I never did get to meet Al or Archie, for that matter. I wish I did. Love both those guys. And there you go. So that is the first book look for the new year. Thunder Hunters. I got great stuff in store coming down the pike for you guys. A couple books I might have to break up into a few episodes because they would be too long to go through. But Thank you guys for joining me. Like, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell so you know when videos drop. Once again, 2025, Happy New Year. And wow, 34 years in the business for me. Holy crap. Guys, Kor-Drath, The Awakening is going to be going to the printer soon. The trailer is here for your delight. Click on the link below, scan through it, pick a tier, get this Kor-Drath graphic novel. High adventure fantasy awaits for you. All right, guys, thank you so much. Go back, Kor-Drath. Woo! Bye-bye.